Good morning, everyone. Today is September 11, 2020. I'm recording this on September 10th. Sky is not as orange as Bay Area, but it's kind of orangish sky or even in Portland too. And I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. Please don't open the window if you are still in the area of unhealthy air quality. I hope everything, how do I say, recovers or go back to normal soon. But anyway, this morning we are going to chant Sanbutsuge, and Sanbutsuge is on page 79. And if you don't have physical Shin Buddhist service book, please keep watching the screen so you will see Sanbutsuge. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. 고갱기기 이진무국묘zem묘 무요도샹이치갓망이 주고행묘가이시nom페 영약주목묘라이요겐 조세무린 쇼가크다이온 고르지뽀 가이몬쇼진 삼마이치에 이토크무료 주쇼케우진 타이젠넨 쇼붓호카이거진진노 그고가이타이무묘요크누 세손요멍인노시시 진토크무료크긍코다이 지혜진묘고묘이소 신도다이생강가사붓 사이쇼호가도쇼지 미후게닷후세조이 가잉쇼징요세삼마이 지혜이조고세이토크붓 흑교시강이사이크끝 이사다이앙케시유붓 약센노크만무료다이쇼 중요고자크요이사이 시토쇼붓흥요구도 겐쇼흑약hinyo고자 조붓세카이브흑가게 무슈셋노 고묘시쇼 엔시쇼국묘세쇼진 이진난료료가사붓国土大一五周奇妙道場超絶国行内音二無闘争がと愛民道達日祭実法来生新熱症状意図が国経絡安穏公仏神妙税が心象発願の日力小小欲実法生存知恵無下上量子孫知が心行軽量心死食毒中画行精進忍辱 ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく平等聖祭道本菩大神往生安楽公ナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーツナマンダーナマンダーツナマンダーNow I would like to share Shinran Shongin's Wasan poem, so please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. 衆生有礙のさとりにて、無碍の仏智をうたがへば、曾婆羅頻陀羅地獄にて、多劫衆にしづむなりと。Sentient beings who, with hindered understandings, doubt the Buddha's unhindered wisdom, will think for many kalpas in various forms of pain, in the hells of Samvara and Pindala. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Namanda. So yesterday's Wasan praised the person of Shinjin, entrusting heart. And this Wasan talks about the wrongness of doubting the Buddha's wisdom with our limited wisdom. And today we see the names of the hell of Samvara and Pindala. And according to the side note, the beings therein see those in Avicii hell and think it pleasant for them compared with their own state. Those who slander the Buddha Dharma fall into these hells and remain there for 80,000 kalpas, where they undergo immense pain. Avicii hell is the worst hell in Indian cosmology, and there is an expression in Japanese, abi kyokan, meaning pandemonium, and abi is transliteration of Avicii. And this is the hell the beings receives constant pain. But those who are born into the Samvara and Pindala hells think Avicii hell seems pleasant, much better place. So that's how bad Samvara and Pindala hells are. And name of these hell doesn't appear much in the sutras and the commentaries. And actually, I searched the Taisho Toripitaka, which is used for the researches, but I could not find anything talking about Samvara and Pindala hells, except Shinran Shonin's this Wasan, one of the priests of Shinshu Takadaha in 15th century. But it is said that the sutra titled 仏説無量寿仏妙合利益大事因縁経 in Mount Hiei had found in Meiji period in 19th century. And this sutra talks about Samvara and Pindala hells. And maybe Shinran Shonin read this sutra and came up with this Wasan poem. And I am sure when Shinran Shonin's time, people really worried about falling into hell. But nowadays, it doesn't scare people off much. But this Wasan teaches us the important thing. Attaching to the limited wisdom of the self or the narrower viewpoint and judging the Buddha's wisdom or wider viewpoint. That's wrong understanding or wrong thing. The limited wisdom of the self is like relying on our own eyes and judging what is good, what is bad, like and dislike, and so on. And this attachment to the self-centered viewpoint creates various kinds of problems. So that is why we need to rely on the eyes of the Buddha that teaches us to see things as they are. And even though we cannot do it, we rely on Buddha's wisdom to self-reflect our self-centered viewpoint. And another example of the limited wisdom of the self is like thinking that I am smart and what I think is right. I am smart and what I think is right. So this is like shutting the outside world off or putting the self in the closed room. This kind of understanding will not accept the other's understanding coming from outside. But what is great about Nimbutsu's teaching of Buddha's wisdom, is that this teaching makes us realize how self-centered I was, how I was seeing the world with narrow viewpoint. And we eventually become a person who always go to the guidance of the Buddha's wisdom. I have shared the story of Genza many times, but Genza is one of the person who really enjoyed the Nimbutsu's teaching. When he was walking back to the home from the field work, he found someone's ridge of the field was collapsing, and the water from the rice field was streaming away from the field. So Genza first thought, this is not my field, so who cares? But he eventually came back and started to fix the ridge. Then a villager saw Genza fixing the ridge of the other person's rice field. So he asked Genza why he's doing it. Then Genza said, well, I thought this is the other person's field, so who cares at first? But when I asked Amida Buddha, the Buddha told me that the rice will die if I don't fix it. So I came back to fix the ridge. So this is the story of Genza fixing the ridge through the guidance of Amida Buddha. But this is one of the examples of how the self has narrow viewpoint, and the Buddha gives us the wider perspective. And this is really important in this modern world too. We often have narrow viewpoint and we don't accept the other's understanding. But relying on Buddha's wisdom means that our narrow viewpoints opens up, and we can see wider perspective. So this is really important teaching in modern day world too. But anyway, this Wasan is conclusive Wasan on Wasan to Amida based on various sutras. And from tomorrow, we are going to read Wasan's benefits in the present, Wasans of benefits in the present. So I hope to see you tomorrow morning too. But before that, let us close today's service with Gassho and Nembutsu. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So this will conclude today's morning service, and I hope you will have a great day today, and please stay safe and healthy. So I hope to see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for attending.